Welcome to Fifth Dimensional Life, Mass Human Awakening. I'm Lise, your host, and I'm going to be speaking about DUMBS, or Deep Underground Military Bases. These are tunnel systems that go all around the whole world, and there's a large amount of them throughout the US, Canada, every country, basically. They go under the ocean even. They go under lots of waterways, through, you name it, everywhere, basically. And some of them are very, 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 very secretive. Some of them are not so secret. And there's like been Corey Good, David Wilcock, they talk quite a bit about them. Same with Emery Smith. Risk Flex has talked about them a lot as well. And so here's one of them, one of the bases, and they have different levels of security through them. And so you have to have a certain level of security clearance to get through these ones. And so, yeah, they do a lot of experiments, lots of housing for ET beings, growing different types of agriculture and beings, and you name it. It's so fascinating. I wish I could go into these and see exactly what was going on. I have done some remote viewing and a little bit of astral travel. I need to work on my astral travel skills though. But as you can see, there's extensive amounts of tunnels here. I don't think the actual number is known. There's so many, especially out in China as well. So, there's definitely tens of thousands of them for sure. And these have been developed all probably for at least the last 100 years or more, give or take, throughout the world. A lot of ETs have been using more so like the deep inner earth caverns that they live in. And, they'll have holes for these caverns that come up to the surface, and they'll do hunting, and then they'll bring their prey back down into the inner earth tunnels. And so they use these huge machines to dig the holes, tons of heavy equipment. A lot of them have like submarines that go connect into a lot of the underwater ones, and lots of ET sightings. There's been like the red giant sightings as well in these. And lots of corruption with these, lots of trafficking of different types of beings, resources, humans, you name it. It's it is what it is. And there are some that are even open to the public. I believe it's this Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Potentially you could actually just go into it and check it out. There's a couple of those ones that are they're not in use anymore, and so they're open to the public. Obviously you can't go all the way into them and find out exactly what they're doing in there, because there's so much that's still going on. And this one, people don't just disappear. They don't disappear into thin air. Their bodies go somewhere. And on some of the videos that I've spoken about, there are ETs that use humans for their sustenance. They eat us. And they really like small humans, without saying the word, because they are so pure, naturally pure, gifted, psychic abilities are still intact. Whereas the older you get, the more toxins your body gets, and the more polluted your mind gets with sociocultural complexes and paradigms that really kill your imagination and your psychic abilities. So highly recommend doing your own research on these, as always. And you can really dive into a lot of heavy things. So make sure to, bring the light where the darkness is. because it's really needed at this time to transmute all of the dark things that have really gone on, because humanity deserves better than all these secrets and trafficking, and we need the truth exposed to all of these, and to talk about it openly as well too. If you know of some in your area, it's important to expose those for what they are. And now it's funny because there's so many of these all over the world, and it's not a secret by any means. The government knows that people know about these as well. And, people who are so asleep, I've mentioned these DUMBS to them before, and they're like, oh, dumb. Oh, that's how did you come up with that? And it's so funny because it's like, well, actually, there's major lists. There's so much surmountable energy or information about these, so much evidence that's out there, and so many insiders who've talked about it. And there's endless amounts of information. So there's no denying this. There's no trying to cover it up anymore. Secrets out, it's happening. So the best thing to do right now is to expose it, talk about it, and also transmute the dark energy as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.